morning, everybody. Welcome to Akol podcast, the Voice of Innovations. It has been a while that I didn't come here again to talk to you about a thing that we always discuss, like also education and a lot of things. And that one is because of the business that I have been into. I've been busy all this long. That's why I didn't get time to come here and speak with you. But I appreciate that today I get this time to bring this topic to you today. And this topic is all about teamwork because here in our call podcast, The Boys of Innovation, we talk about real things that shape our lives, our institutions, and our future. This is what we always talk about it, and you have been following this podcast for almost a time right now, and you have seen that one of those things that we always talk about is the teamwork, and we also talk about education. We talk about a lot of things today, and today teamwork sometimes is one of the thing or something that we often talk about, but rarely we practice it well. And nothing meaningful is built alone. Everything is not built alone. Everything is built on the team. If you have a team, this is whereby you're going to succeed. But if there is no team, this is where problem come. And today we will dive into this topic, and this topic is one of the iconic topic that we are going to discuss today. Thank you so much, guys, for always supporting a call podcast, The Boys of Innovation. This is a great support, and I appreciate that we will move together as we are going to do a lot of things. Today I'll be giving you this topic, which is teamwork. And you know, what is teamwork? And teamwork, it doesn't mean that it's only one person. But when we talk about teamwork, it means that it involves two people, it involves three people, and it involves a lot of things. And this is where we say team. And team always work for one purpose. So there is no team that work for single purpose, but they always work for one purpose. I mean, is because that you have come into different background to do one thing, and team always need a lot of requirement for you to be in the team. And if you don't meet the requirement, then you can be in the team. But you can be in the team when you meet the requirement. And this is what I'm here today to talk to you about it. I want to talk to you about teams, teamwork, and so on. And because maybe you might be opening a business, you might be aiming for something different. And if you want to aim for business, if you want to aim for anything else, so it's better for you to have a team because teamwork produce a lot of things. So I want you also to pay attention to this presentation, and you will see some of the things that will benefit your organization and some of the things that will also benefit you as you are in the team. And when we talk about team, it means it might be students that are working for a single project that they want uh, to to accomplish. And that's why team come in, because we are a team working to advance one specific objective. So that's why we have a team. And then teamwork come when we agree on one objective. But if we don't agree on one objective, then the team cannot move forward. Today, let's say the strength of the team, and you can see from there, this is Akol Nguyen. I'm a digital right activist, and I'm also a public intellectual. Otherwise, you will just search, you will find on Facebook Akol Nguyen Athian. Let's say the strength of the team and the cost of getting it wrong. And sometimes this is what you always see when we have a team that is effective, then we always see good results. But sometimes when we see a team that is not effective, we intend to find things that are not good in the team. No organization fail alone, and no organization succeed alone. You can see that. So there is no failure without without a team involved, and there is no success without a team involved. It's counterintuitive. So the team is the success of the organization depend on the team, and the failure of the organizations also depend on the team. So behind every institution that is stand tall, there is a team that carry a weight quietly. But sometimes we see the people, I mean, we only see the CEO, we only see the management and a lot of things. We also see the leader, like the president, we see them that these are the people struggling, but that is totally wrong. People who are carrying the wage, these are the people that are working within the organization. And behind every organization that collapse, there is usually a weak team that draining it from within. So you cannot collapse if you don't have somebody who is playing the tactic for you to fail. When you fail, make sure that there are people working against you, and that's why you fail. You can't fail for nothing. If you are running on organization fail because of the team, because of the teamwork. And you may see why a strong team is everything. Why is a strong team is everything? You may know that a strong team is everything because the results that they always produce, they speak for themselves. And a team that produces good results is a team that is working for one purpose and one objective as well. A strong team is not just a group of people. You can see it's shared discipline, a shared responsibility, a shared standard. These are the things that make a strong team. And when you see a team that is very strong, you can find that these people, they share one thing. They don't share multiple things, but they share only one thing, and they have that disciplines. They also share responsibility, and that's why when there is a problem, it always the problem falls on each one of them, but it doesn't fall only on one person. And when we say teamwork, it means when something happened to one member, we always stand up and support one of the member. But it doesn't mean that when somebody is having a problem, like our team member, then we don't need to stand and support that person. So this is not a teamwork, okay? This is betrayal. You're betraying your brother. You're betraying your sister. You're betraying your teammate. So what you want to do is that when there is a problem, you always wait for the problem. You always face the problem together. Even if it is weight 100,000 kilos, you need to wait for everything. You need to wait so that you see how it's going to end. All right. So that's why we say a strong team is everything. And it's everything because we share discipline, we always share responsibility. By a team that is not sharing responsibility and the standard is not a team. And a team that doesn't have discipline is also not a team. A team must have a discipline, a team must have a responsibility, a team must have a standard. This is what we call team. But you cannot find a team and they don't have this common objective. All right. Yeah. So we need to know it very well. And of course, yes. So they turn vision into reality. That's the team. That is a strong team. Leadership begins with the visions, and there is no leadership that begins without a vision. But vision dies without execution. This is the biggest problem we face as a humankind. Sometimes we might be having a vision, and when vision is there, sometimes we don't know how to execute the vision. All right, and if we don't know how to execute the vision die because there is no execution. You can't say you are a visionary and you don't know how to express your vision. These things, it always drainage the system. It drainages a team vision. And somebody who say he's a visionary must also execute the vision that he's talking about. Right? So a strong team take ideas of paper and turn them into a system. And this is where you see sometimes when you see a team, some of the team, they are good at speaking, they are good at writing a project, they are good at doing almost everything. But when you call them for one purpose, for execution, they always fail in executions. They don't know how to execute the system. So which means it's a counterintuitive. It's a big problem there, all right? And it's because that they are always good at writing, but they are not good at executions. So a team must always take what is in the paper to reality. Okay, that's why we say turn vision into reality. They also build trust because when people work well together, so trust grow naturally. And this is what we always see from most of the people. Sometimes we can see that when there is a trust, we see that, uh, when they work together for one purpose, we can see that the level of the trust is rising up. The level of trust is not going to low down, but it raises up naturally. Nobody can talk and nobody can say trust me and so forth, but it can come naturally. It's because that we build the trust. We build the trust when we work together. I know how Mr. Y is doing his own thing. I know how Mr. X is doing things. So this is what working together mean. And when we work together, we are building something. We are building the culture. We are building the community. We are building a lot of things. And this is the trust. This is where trust comes in. Okay. And number three of that is it always create balance. So no leader is complete. There is no leader is complete. A strong team feel the gift. So a strong team always feel the gift. Challenge challenges. It challenge blind spots and also protect the organization from costly mistakes. And this is what we always say. When team create balance into the systems, we can see that there is a change that is going to happen. But sometimes if we see the gift and we don't want to feel the gift, so uh, a lot of things happen there. But when we see the gift, we have to create a balance in the gift. If we see that a gift is not a gift that will not do something to the system, then maybe we can leave it. Then we see for other priorities, and this is where problem come. So when we see the gift, we have to feel the gift. Okay, and this is where the strong team is. Sometimes when you see the leader is working effectively, you can also come and support the leader so that they execute what they are thinking, because they are the people that are leading the team. And team leader must be there to guide people, but the executors, these are the team members. All right, yeah. Now, and this is what brings us to our the leader. And if an organization cannot function in the absence of its leader, then it is fragile. So that is not an organization. A strong team creates continuity. They ensure the vision survive personalities. And this is what you see when the vision survive personalities, then that means the company is moving forward. Look at Apple. Apple was created by Steve Jobs. And today, when you check the Apple, you can see Apple is moving forward 100%. And Steve Jobs has already died. Now we have Tim Cook. So which means we are not building the visions based on these personalities, but we are building the leaders. We are building the organization based on the vision, but not based on the personalities or anything, but it's based on the visions. How do we need the company to progress, and how will the company also progress? And if we know all these things, how company is progressing, this is where we always see that the changes are coming to the company and company can move forward. And also the organizations also can move forward because of all this. And if we don't know all these things, then a lot of problem come. And this is why teamwork is crucial. Teamwork is crucial for us to know how to work in a team. It's crucial for us to know working in a team produce a lot of credit. And I know that there are some people who may think that working in credit sometime, working in a team is not good. If working in a team is not good, then we have to look for something that will make the team to be sound. And I know that there are some team that are working, but sometimes they don't listen. They don't listen to each other. This is not a teamwork. This is not a teamwork at all. So a teamwork meaning that we have to understand ourselves, we have to work together, we have to do everything that we want to do. But otherwise, if people who are working as a team, if they don't understand themselves, so the team will not survive and a lot of things will happen. So we need to know all this. And after we know how teamwork is, then this is whereby we can see most of the organizations succeed over time. but some of the organizations they don't succeed. And what make it like that? These are some of them. These are some of them that make organization not to be effective. And organization should be effective when team work together. But if team is not working together, then the organization will not succeed. All right. Uh, and this will bring us to how weak team drains and setback an organization. This this thing I know that of course yes, we know that the weak team always bring a lot of problems to the organization, and if organization is struggling to do something, then the teamwork cannot survive on that, because we are working for something. We are not working for the company, but we are working to bring the company down, and this is the biggest problem that is facing more companies in South Sudan, and it's also let's say in Africa, most of the companies drop because of this, and the reason is that is because we have a weak team that is producing bad results to the organization. But organization need to move forward, and in South Sudan, we can see a successful organizations. We can see a successful companies that are producing things. Yeah, I have a company and it's still struggling today. One thing is because of the finance. I have a teams and I have a lot of people, but it's because of the nature of the business. It's quite a bit tight, so that the business should grow. And this is also connected to economic crisis in South Sudan. So it's one thing that is also keeping more companies down. All right. So we need to know also how weak team drain and setback an organization. Weak, you can see that you might be having a big organization today. Tomorrow you can see that that organization dropped. Another organization severe and they're moving forward, leaving behind what was known earlier. So this is a kind of change, and we can also put problems to the team, because the team is the one responsible for all this. And you can also say something in the comment sections. Otherwise, if you know that weak team doesn't drain back the organization, you need to say your positions and let me find it from there. And we will discuss why weak team is not a drainage. I mean, it's not a setback to an organization. I also want to know that. Now let us look, let us confront the uncomfortable side. So the uncomfortable side is that uh, we can see that it drain energy. So instead of producing results, they consume time, attentions, and emotional strength. The leader become firefighter instead of villain. And this is what we always see from our society in South Sudan. So when we have a weak team, it always set back organizations. When we set organizations, we also repair it to anything that is organized. So anything which is formal, we can regard it as an organization, because they are moving forward. I mean, they are doing some work. They are doing an objective. They want to achieve an objective. They have a vision. They also have a mission that they want to do. That's why we call them organization, because they are organized in simplest terms, right? And what set it back is that is the drainage of the energy, and you have seen right now that a leader become a firefighter because they don't want to they don't want to fuel, and why they don't want to fuel is because of the organization is having a lot of problem. That's why they don't want to build. If they fuel, then problem will come here tomorrow. If they fuel tomorrow like that, and this is what is the drain of the energy coming. It will drain the energy. Okay, it kill momentums, and I know in physics momentum you may understand it in different concept, but here momentum is to energize your strength. Sometimes if you are fighting, you go back, you gain your momentums. Maybe you acquire a lot of resources, maybe you acquire money, you acquire a lot of things. This is what we call momentum, and then you come acting on something that you want to do. All right, this is what we call momentum. But in physics, it's quite a bit different. In mathematics, it's quite a bit different. But of course, in social definition, I think I have already explained it. Okay. like deadlines, deadline sleep, standard fall, excuse become normal, progress slow, then it stopped. You see, we might be having a progress in an organization, and then later on, we always stop from there because of the weak team. Normalize mediocrity. You know, when poor performance is tolerated, excellent feel out of place. You know, all these things I got them out one day. I was working in I was working in a club as a manager, and I think a lot of problem happened, and this is one of them. So I think I will not talk much on this because it take time. If I explain the whole story, talent people withdraw, disengage, or leave. Okay, the organization slowly lost its chapters ages because of this problem. And when the organization lost ages, and this is whereby we may find that the organization is now moving back. It has been set back because of this. Okay, because we celebrate mediocrity. We don't celebrate talents. We don't celebrate also talents. We don't celebrate all this, but we only celebrate mediocrity, which is one of the things that always set back the organizations. If we celebrate all this, then we have a problem. And then the organizations who you may see that is losing strong people in the team because of mediocrity. Yeah. Uh, it always breeds conflicts because where competence is lacking, politics rise. And this is where you see, okay, how weak team drains and setback an organization is to breed the conflicts. And you know that when when there is no competency, you can see that people tend to make politics, and when they make politics, the politics may rise. Blame replace responsibility. Okay, noise replace productivity, and we can see this from many organizations how they are moving forward is because of all these things. All right, yeah. So I think we also have another one: damage reputations, internals and external. People judge an institution by the quality of its team. You know, this is what I always say, that the team is the one that is the one that judge the institutions. If the team is not productive, then then the organization is not productive as well, and organizations will be tense as something different. And this is where damage of reputation come in. A weak team quietly erode credibility. You see, yeah, this is what we always know. Hard lesson for leaders. Let me talk about this a little bit because uh, leaders, these are the people responsible for the team, all right? Team leaders. And all these things, the lesson is that loyalty without competency is dangerous. So I want to tell some of the leaders that when somebody is following you to death, so uh, it means that of course, yeah, this is loyalty. But sometimes there is a loyalty without competency. And you can see this from many people. Some people may follow you because of what you have, some people may follow you because they want to do something, but they're not following you for what they know. They are not following you because they believe in you, but they are following you to get something. They are also following you and they are not competent. So, which me is very dangerous if you accept such a thing, because loyalty without competence is always dangerous like a hell. But a loyalty with competency is a good loyalty, and you have people. But sometimes if we are being followed by bad people, then it is dangerous to you. Sometimes they may create problem, and you may be able to solve all those problems day by day, year by year. You are solving problems and so forth. You are not concentrating on what you want to build. You are concentrating on violence. You are concentrating on noise. You are concentrating on a lot of things that are not productive for you. And that's why we say a leader must have a loyalty that be a competency. So if you have a people, make sure these are the people that work for themselves. These are the people that know what they're doing, but not people who doesn't know what they are doing. but not the people that always want to eat, not the people that want to take your money for nothing. But you need to have a team that is working for your purpose, and that is it. Comfort should never replace accountability, and this is what I always say, that if you're comfortable, so it means that it will not replace accountability, because accountability always happen. And when you lead, sometime you may also vacate the position, and you will be also in a position to answer some of the questions that may come. And if you're comfortable in your house, there is a day that you'll be called to explain some of the issues that are facing the company. Silent in meeting is open fear, not agreement. And this is what is it, because when you keep quiet in a meeting and you don't want to say something, but after some time you raise up your hand, you want to say something after the meeting or during the meeting, or you used to feel some of the people down there that you need to say this, you need to say this, and you yourself, you don't want to say something. So this is quite a bit different. A leader who fears strong people will end up surrounded by weak ones. And that is what you always see when you fear strong people, that you don't want to stay with them. This is the moment that you will be surrounded by weak people, and the weak people will not do what you want. Weak people will do what they want. Weak people will not think. That is the biggest problem today in, let's say, in South Sudan and some of the African countries. Okay, because organization lost the direction because of the weak team. Yeah, a strong team don't threaten leadership; they protect the leadership. All right, and let's say you have seen now today. We have been talking about the teamwork, and I believe that you have understood the teamwork, and this is the first episode that I bring about this teamwork. But I believe that next time I'm going to come also to explain to you the second episodes of the teamwork, and I'll bring the challenge that face the team, and I'll also bring some of the things that are also good in the team. And if teams also prioritize them, then they will excel. But if team does not prioritize those things, then they will not excel anymore. So I want to say that thank you so much for tuning in today into Akol podcast, and this is the time that we are going to close up the program. And I believe that we shall meet anytime from now, and I will say that bye bye, and we shall meet maybe tomorrow. I'll be going for examination, and if I get time, maybe I will come and with episode number 2 about teamwork. So thank you guys, and I appreciate for taking time to watch all these videos that I always produce. And I believe that even if the internet is making lag and